friends, it's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. It is officially April, which means it's time for us to talk about the house salt book picks for Q2. So I told you in our last video like this that I would tell you the next 3 picks at the end of Q3. So we just had our live show for Sunrise on the Reaping, which was our March book pick, which means it's time to talk about our April, May, and June choices. As I've mentioned before, this is for House Salt Book Club, which I run with my really good friends. We've been doing this for 6 years now. This is our 6th year, and we read a book a month together and talk about it in a live show. And we pick a wide range of genres, authors, backlist, new releases. Like it's a very varied book club, and it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy getting the opportunity to chat with my friend about the books that we read together and how differing our opinions and feelings are on the books. And so I'm looking forward to the next 3 picks that we have. For April, I already have the pick. It's already out. The other 2, so we have like 4 new releases in a row, which is very uncommon for us. We don't typically gravitate to that many new releases back to back, but there were just some really good choices this year, and we couldn't not choose the new releases. If you can hear that car, I'm so sorry. That is my neighbor's Junka-Trunk, and it's trying to come to life. Sunrise on the Reaping, which is a new release, and then in April, May, and June are also all new releases. Oh, he's leaving. Okay, bye, sir. Which are also all new releases, which is very exciting. So for April, we'll be reading Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey, which is, I think, oh, nope, not coming back. Sorry, I'm very distracted by this man. What is he doing? Anyway, I think this is like her 3rd or 4th release. I've never read anything from her before, but I saw Kayla from Books and Lala pitch this on her channel, and I was like, I want to read that. That sounds amazing. Actually, I think I saw it on a list for like best new releases in 2025, or like things to look out for 2025. And I was like, I'm very intrigued by that synopsis. And then I heard Kayla talk about it, and I was like, yes, adding to my Goodreads immediately. And then I was able to pitch it to the book club, and they were on board with reading it, which, if you didn't know, it's very hard for me to pitch things to them and get them on board with it because I have bad taste, and that's fine. That's kind of like a running joke in the book club, so it's okay that I've said that. I don't really know much about this book. I do know that we follow a family who lives on a deserted island. The island used to be inhabited by like researchers and this researching group, and then the researching group left, and it's just this family left, and it's a father and 3 kids, I think. And then one day a woman washes on shore, and we don't really know what her history is or connection to the island. So I don't know if this is like literary fiction. I don't know if this is like a murder mystery. I don't really know what Charlotte McConaughey typically writes in genre-wise, but I'm very excited, and I've heard great things about this. And it's not very long, so I bought it. Hopefully it's going to be really good because it was an adult new release at $30. It wasn't a cheap choice. All right, so then that means our May pick for the House Salt Book Club is the new Emily Henry, which is Great Big Beautiful Life. Every year that she's released a new romance adult novel, we've read it for book club, so it just feels like tradition at this point that we read the new Emily Henry book for book club. I actually don't know what this one is about at all. I do remember hearing on the interwebs that it has elements to the story that Emily Henry doesn't typically include, or like hasn't included before. Like there's a new, I don't want to say twist, but like a new element to the storytelling that she hasn't included in her books before, and I don't really know what that means. I could look it up. You know, let me look up the synopsis so I can tell you guys a little bit more about the book, but I'm so excited for it. It's going to look very pretty on my bookshelves with all of the other Emily Henry books that I own, because I do own all of the romance adult ones that she's written. I feel like we've got a really nice rainbow going on here. We need a green cover. All right, this comes out April 25th, so not too far still from now. Oh, so it's about 2 writers who compete for the chance to tell the larger-than-life story of a woman with more than a couple of plot twists up her sleeve in this dazzling and sweeping new novel. Alice Scott is an eternal optimist still dreaming of her big writing break, and Hayden Anderson is a Pulitzer Prize winning Human Thundercloud, and they're both on balmy little Crescent Island for the same reason, to write the biography of a woman no one has seen in years, or at least to meet with the octogenarian who claims to be the Margaret Ives, a tragic heiress, former tabloid princess, and daughter of one of the most storied and scandalous families of the 20th century. That's kind of giving me like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo vibes, but also The Only One Left vibes. And The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is obviously like a literary romance novel, and then The Only One Left is a murder mystery thriller novel. So I feel this will probably sit closer to Evelyn Hugo than The Only One Left. I love when like a similar topic or similar storyline can be approached in like all these different genres, and like how being in what genre it's in changes the way the story is written. So I'm very excited for this, and I will be purchasing it probably immediately when it comes out and reading that obviously in May for book club. So that brings us to our final pick for the next 3 months, which is our June pick. I believe this is the new Victoria Schwab. Yes. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight. Wow, this is a tongue twister of a title to say. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. We have read a Victoria Schwab book for a book club before. We read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Was that back in 2020 or 2021? Sometime around then. And I really enjoyed that book, which is very surprising to me because I have like a very love-hate relationship with Victoria Schwab's writing. I've read quite a few of her books. I've read Vicious and Our Dark Duet and The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I feel like I always come to the same conclusion, which I love her setups. I love the ideas that she pitches. I love the stories that she comes up with. I love the outline. I love the general idea. The execution doesn't normally work for me. And it usually doesn't work for me for like 75% of the book. And then the last 25%, I'm like, well, this is amazing and you nailed it here. But what did we do for the first 75 pages? 75% of pages, you know? And I did not feel that way with Addie LaRue. I actually really enjoyed the whole and entirety of Addie LaRue. I'm curious to see how this will compare to that. I haven't read anything from her since Addie LaRue, so it's been a number of years since I've read anything from her. And this one comes out on June 10th. It is a June book pick and comes out in June, so you'll have to pick it up and read it fairly quickly to join the live show. This one doesn't have much of a book description. Santo Domingo de la Calzada, 1532, London 1837, Boston 2019. 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high and one grows deep and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. That's all I know about it. How long is this book? Oh, it's 560 pages. Okay. So we're like in it. This is a book we are committed to for a lot of pages. All right, well, those are our 3 book picks for April, May, and June, quarter 2 of 2026. 5. What year is it? Would love to have you join along, and we would love to have you read the books with us and come to the live shows. I do believe the live shows are most commonly posted, like date and time wise, on, actually I was gonna say X, but I think all of us no longer use X. So Instagram maybe? I actually don't know. That would be a good question for me to follow up with the group on. I should probably double check to see where we post those times and dates, because it used to be on X, but I don't think any of us are. Maybe Blue Sky. Maybe it's on Blue Sky now. So if you follow any of us on Blue Sky, that's probably where these are being posted. And usually the live shows are on Sam's channel, Thoughts on Tomes. We'd love to see you all there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to know if you're excited about these picks in the comments down below. Which ones do you think will go well? Which ones do you think will go poorly? Will we have a smashing 3 out of 3? Let us know your predictions down below. And again, if you want to follow me online, you can follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye!